Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the pinnacle of the regular season of the Tilt Champions League, where stars and strategies collide on the Summoner's Rift for the ultimate showdown. The air is electric, the crowd is roaring, the stakes are sky high as we brace for a battle that will determine the domination over the regular season. The fight for first place that every team has been eyeing since the beginning. Tonight, we witness a celestial dance of the Snakerdoodles, guided by the cosmic dragon's breath of A-Soul and the relentless resilience of Jax, aim to hammer in their supremacy and claim the apex spot in the league. Their journey has been a stellar display of astral prowess and tactical genius, and they stand on the precipice of etching their names among the stars as the uncontested leaders of the regular season. I know we just went live, but I'm going to finish it. Challenging their ascent, ride or die, the tenacious Titans are poised to rewrite the stars from the dual blade dance of Yone and the time-twisting tactics of Echo. They have fought through every time loop and every soul unbound to stand here today, ready to echo through history as the team that turned the tide and raced to the top at the final hour. The Summoner's Rift is set for a clash of legends where only one can emerge as the vanguard of victory. Will the Snakerdoodles dominate the celestial with celestial precision, or will Ride or Dive carve their path through the time and stand first and foremost? Prepare for a maelstrom of magic and a symphony of skirmishes as we dive into a decisive duel for first place. Summoners from all realms, it's time to witness the crescendo of the regular season. Snakerdoodles vs. Ride or Die, the ultimate fight for the crown, starts right now. And with that, I am Jbob, joined by the mystery man, not on camera just yet, Spurg. He'll be on camera for later games. He's just got, camera issues. So, Spurg, welcome to the cast. We're starting off here. What are you looking forward to tonight?
Well, I'm looking forward to being here an hour before I thought I was going to have to be. I think that's the most important part, so I'll apologize for the delay because of that. But I'm really excited to see what's going to happen in this top lane matchup. I think we kind of both know what Mid and Sandy are about, and we've seen Hippo go up against Blood 100 times, and it's always fireworks every time. Somebody's going 07, somebody's going 7-0. Who's it going to be? They're both a coin flip. That's the matchup I want to see.
Who are you taking tonight in the series? Who's your favorite?
I think in this series, team, or are you talking top laner here?
I'm talking the whole match, the whole regular season. Who's
I
taking
mean,
the cake tonight?
the smart money's on Snakerdoodles if you're going straight up, but I do think that Ride or Die is going to have a bunch to show us here, and they're going to make a spectacle of it, and I think this ends up going to 3 games for sure, and we'll see who comes away at the end victorious.
I think I'm with you on the Snakerdoodles. Probably 2-1. I think I'll take Mid steps up for a game. Maybe Hippo sneaks in 1-2, and just puts the team on their back though. For a game. But man, the solo laning power of Blood and Sandy is just it's strong. It's real strong, and I know we couldn't overcome it. Few have been able to overcome it thus far. So hard to assume that's going to come back again. So anything interesting you're seeing here in draft? We got the Jax, the Zirs, Ziggs bands coming over from
Um,
Ride or Die.
No surprise there with the mid bands. The mid and Caridian bands, they share a lot of the same champions, so you're gonna see those bands come out because you get that double worth out of them. I am surprised here to see the Xayah get first picked, actually for Toasty. I don't know if we've seen him on that yet this season. But
I didn't have it in the scouting report, so that's an unexpected pick, at least for me.
Okay, yeah, and we've got Bush here on the Leona. That's a standard pick for him. He knows
Yeah.
how to perform on it. I think it's a super safe pick. I don't know how well it fares. With the Ezreal to combine it with. Seems like those champions kind of want to do something different. But who knows what the rest of the team would look like? Maybe it'll round out that big engage Bush is gonna have.
Yeah, so you think that Rel might be a jungle Rel? Probably support, but I know Rudy plays it. But I'd like to see some spice come in from Caridian.
Yeah,
The
Rudy's in love with
Rel,
that champion,
Rel
and
Rammus is an interesting combo if they go there.
yeah, Rudy's in love with Rel, so it's gonna go to him. The Rammus I think is a troll that's not getting picked.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, yep. J4 seems much more like a Caridian champion than the Rel would be.
Yeah, I'm biased, but I am most interested in the top lane battle. I think Blood's maybe been cooking up some stuff. I don't know if I want to reveal any secrets just yet, but I think he's got some interesting picks he's been working on in the laboratory. I don't know if he would bust it out now or just to get some reps in before playoffs, but we see the Lee Sin come through. Not super surprising, but Well, actually a little bit surprising. I think that probably would normally be a Caridian Lee Sin. Um, but Cal's stepping up. I know Cal looks like he put in a couple games in solo queue on it. So he may be the dad, but he thinks he's got those mechanics down for Lee
Yeah,
Sin.
I mean, Lee Sin's a champion that's been out now for 12 years, and I think Cal has less than 12 games on it. So I think we're in for a show here. Whether it goes one way or the other, maybe we'll be pleasantly surprised, and it's going to be miraculous. But personally, I'm not going to count on that. Although I would love to see some insect plays from him if he can pull it off.
I have absolute complete faith in Cal. There's no one more kind than that human being. He may look like Rudy, but he's still a nice guy. Um, there we see more mid bands. They look to be pretty afraid of Sandy. Um, I guess a lot of respect coming his way. Even though I'll take mid is obviously a strong laner. Yeah, still scared of those couple picks there.
Yeah, and I mean, clearly Snakerdoodles are afraid of mid. Those are five mid bans. Although you know three of them also ban out Caridian, but Caridian's already got that J4 locked in. So those are just targeted at I'll take mid. They're definitely afraid of him.
All right, we got the Aatrox top, a classic Bloodbath and Beyond champion. Not surprised to see that come out. Would be fun to see Hippo take something super spicy to try to counter it. Probably won't see that. Probably something in his normal wheelhouse, but it would be pretty funny to see him take some interesting choice. Okay, Leone, that
Okay,
could
I mean, I was under the impression there were no mid champions left to even pick at this point. So I'm glad we got a traditional AD mid laner.
that's top, bro. That's Yone top, I'm
Oh, that
pretty
is a
sure.
Yone top. Okay, all right.
Yep, we got Hippo in the game. That's Yone. Come on. It could be mid, I suppose. But unlikely. The LeBlanc pick would be something. Fygar, interesting hovers. There's the Syndra. That's a little more up. I'll take mid's
Okay,
wheelhouse.
okay.
We're looking for a little AP damage here, probably on the side of Snakerdoodles. Let's see. It's impossible to quickly glance because there's so many darn bans as to what he might
Yeah,
take here.
I don't know what's left for AP for Sandy, and I think he's having the same
Maybe
conundrum on
Victor.
his end.
Victor, maybe Mal's. That's an interesting pick. All right.
I hate it, but
Yeah.
let's hope it works better than it does in my brain. Because right now it doesn't seem to be a pick that's going to bring the damage that they're going to require, and it's not going to provide a lot of control on the battlefield either, other than obviously the press Argo burr.
Yeah, that's a decent amount of control, but yeah, they're gonna need a little more. Seeing the draft, I gotta be honest, I like the Rider draft better, Ride or Die draft, but a lot better. But of course, Snickerdoodles could surprise us, get that Aatrox ahead, and he can just get rolling for sure.
Yeah, I agree, and I mean, I think a lot of what the Snickerdoodle success here is going to come down to Blood and Cal here. The Aatrox has to kind of make something happen in the first 10 minutes of the game, and Cal's kind of got to be all over the place. I mean, as few times as I've ever seen Cal play Lee Sin, I think that the champion kind of suits how he's played in the jungle, which is refusing to farm camps and just spending the whole time in river trying to find someone to kill.
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan when he showed up as Morgana with Ghost, just ran into my lane. I mean, I don't know what you're really supposed to do about that. That seems illegal. But yeah, he just doesn't. He's an anti-farm kind of guy. Likes to show up, likes to support the boys and get them ahead. Which he's on the right team if that's his plan. Getting those solo
Yeah,
lanes
he's
ahead is
he's the
impactful.
uh, he's the only jungle pacifist not named Ivern. So let's see if he can get those kills to farm himself some champions for gold.
You know, he should play Ivern actually. Let's not let him know that though. That would be an interesting choice. Just kind of tag
uh,
the camp,
his
run away, and come back.
Ivern's clear is a lot more complicated than the other junglers, but
It's too hot. Yeah,
I would love to see it.
his brain isn't big enough for it. Fair enough. That's a good point.
I think it is. I think you just have to watch a video or two.
Think there's only one true Ivern player in this league. We know who it is. So,
So
um,
we've both got Snakerdoodles, I think.
but that we said that before the
Taking
draft.
this to three
Seeing
games though, right?
seeing the draft now, do you still feel Snakerdoodles all the way? At least
Their
in game
their
one.
their draft looks significantly worse. Doesn't really pass the eye test here.
Yeah.
Ride or Dies looks very good, but we know that yeah, ever since kind of game one or series one of when my team played them, when the Penguin Pajama Party played them. Ever since then, they've looked outstanding. They've looked almost unbeatable, and that's kind of, I feel like they're going to carry that title through this series as well.
Yeah, we'll see if the draft diff is enough to make up for what we think is probably the favorite coming into the game. Again, blood can get ahead, easy peasy. I don't really think that's a winning lane for Malzahar, but he can kind of just brain dead push. Maybe get a Roman, sneak a kill in top lane again to get Aatrox going behind. Going behind. I think either Yone or Aatrox. So, like you said, someone's going 7-0, someone's going 0-7, and both those champs suck when they're 0-7. So somebody's going to be absolutely useless in top lane, and somebody's going to carry their team. And I'm excited to see this match ahead.
Yeah, they both have double TP on both teams too. So I'm expecting somewhat of a drawn out game here. I'm expecting the game to go, 32 minutes before anybody's able to close it out with, maybe a second Baron, and then trying to make a 1-4 split into the Nexus here. But I mean, a lot of that, what's going to come down to it is, who's got the lead at that point. Is it Blood or is it Hippo? Because even with a gold lead, a Yone could still be incredibly dangerous to an Aatrox. So we'll see who's able to match who.
Yeah, I'm excited. I mean, this has been an entire season of discovery, and here we are with a fun game in front of us. So we'll be seeing the Rift here shortly, and I am excited to see if Snakerdoodle can come out ahead in game one, even though their draft we think maybe a little behind. I think Rel is going to be a super secret game changer pick here. That's my call. My boy Rudy going to take it down. Going to come out of nowhere. Going to smoke him. No one sees it coming. The real MVP is I'm predicting game one MVP is Rudy. So when it happens, you can come back to me and say you were right all along. How did you know?
He's on a champion he's really, really comfortable with. He's really grown into the rel, and I mean, he said it himself. It's a combination of his two favorite champions in Rakan and Leona. It does a little bit of both. The only issue is a bad engage means certain death on rel. So against the Ezreal and against the Lee Sin that can kind of appear out of nowhere and do a lot of damage really quickly, he's gonna have to be really careful, and they're gonna have to have that vision down in that tribe bush up by Gromp, and one in the river just to make sure. And I think a lot of these ganks are going to rely on Cal taking some pretty creative jungle pathing. Ward hopping over the wall at Dragon or at Rift, and then finding ways to get around those obvious ward spots that people tend to use in the first 10 minutes of the game.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any unusual picks in terms of items, some spells, anything like that. Cleanse on Ezreal, not wildly surprising to see Xayah also running the cleanse. Both bot lanes opting for the ignite, hoping to get that early kill, get the lane rolling. Like you called out earlier, double TP in the solo lane, so people looking to team fight, maybe a little afraid to try to push for those early kills. I think obviously TP pretty expected, but would have been fun to see some spicy ignites in the top lane, something like that. So teams pinging each other, some spells, scouting out the battlefield. Nothing fancy here, just some 5 points.
Speaking of summoner skills, I am really surprised at the cleanse on Luciv on that Ezreal.
Yeah, there's not a lot of CC going on there.
I mean, if you cleanse a Syndra stun, you're probably still getting ulted. I mean,
Yep.
you could cleanse a Rel. Like, I suppose there's a Rel has a lot of, short stuns, a 1 1/4 second Q, a 1 second knock up with her W. Not a lot of like big things to really press that button on, but maybe he's just trying to play hyper safe here. Although personally, I would much rather. I mean, even on Ezreal, potentially taking Ghost here if that was going to be your route. But I think heal would have been the best choice.
I agree. Maybe a ghost. Is that a little even crazy? But something other than the cleanse, I agree, would have made a heck of a lot more sense to me. But
Yeah, I feel
maybe
Ghost is bad, but not as bad as the cleanse
yeah,
here.
anything's better than the cleanse. Yeah, that's all I'm
Yeah.
going after. Screw, maybe even run TP in bot lane. You know what? Just
A
to
lot
have
of good
some.
autos by Luciv here in that trade, even though they didn't have level 2. They lost the battle level 2, but I mean, he traded out very well.
Yeah, and he's still looking to keep throwing some Qs, get some poke down, playing it real safe, not going for anything crazy. slight CS lead, but that's sort of negligible. Toasty playing back a little scared. Looking to CS safely. Elusive scaring him maybe. You get that ward in, they couldn't clear it in time. We
Both
got
junglers starting topside here as well. Cal going for a level 3.
Cal's looking for it. We talked about his gank ability. Here he goes. Cal coming in with the W, slides in, knocks him up. Hippogriff's looking pretty low, looking pretty in trouble. Still has the flash, uses the flash, uses the E. That was a mistake. Tries to go for the kill in a 1v2. That is not going to happen. First blood, Snakerdoodles, Bloodbath and Beyond picking it up. The 7-0 is happening. We see another engage in bot lane here. Rudy going in maybe a little too deep. They're still looking to get some poke down. Bush League, by his name, caught in the bush. Takes some good poke from the Xayah there. But they both sort of step aside and say, just kidding, bros. Let's go back to farming.
Yeah, Rudy missed that W there. That would have been pretty big if he had landed that. Well, he targeted the Ezreal with it.
Rudian coming in back top lane, trying to pick it up, trying to make a little redemption. Blood still has his flash, and they do not get it. Hippo, maybe if he had his flash from the earlier engage, could have secured the kill there, but no chance without that flash.
Yeah, so far a lot of action, which you really do expect in a Lee Sin game, and the Jarvan can't really keep up with the Lee Sin when it comes to the gank potential. Oh, they look to be invading, just getting a deep ward there.
Sitting on the ward. Okay. Rel's in trouble. Rudy screaming for help. The ignite comes down on Rudy. I believe that's going to be a cleanup.
It's going to be a dead Rel here.
That's a Rel after the flash dead. Toasty also probably dead here. Sandy coming down, pretending to be important for the team fight. Doesn't matter. Tries to steal the kill. Absolutely denied by Luciv. Luciv picks up 2 kills there. Another fight in the top lane. Hippo throwing out the E. Blood doesn't care. Blood's looking to fight him. Knows where he's going to jump back to with his E. I think he's maybe almost dead there. And Hippo did use his TP earlier to get back to lane. So did Blood. But Blood's not the one that has to go back and come back to lane here soon. So that's going to be interesting for Hippo. He might try to stay. He might also be dead.
Hippo's going to have a really tough time in this lane if he can't figure out how to duel with Blood here. I mean, he's not really behind. He's behind 1 kill. And when this wave crashes, he'll make up most of that gold again in CS. So he'll be about even. He's just going to have to figure out how to make these trades work in his favor.
I think Hippo's going to have a hard time with those trades with those steel caps though on Blood. That's going to make that trade pretty favored towards Aatrox.
Yeah, there is the hybrid damage from Yone, but at this point in the game, it's not going to be very significant.
Right. Yeah. Too early for that fun. We see Sandy just sort of safely CSing under tower, CSing about as well as I do under tower. That's not a good thing. Hippo's still hanging around up top, still feeling himself. Cal looking to go in. He's not 6 yet. Nothing fancy is gonna happen there. He's just flexing on him a little bit, letting him know I'm here for Sandy. Don't try anything. Little engage bot lane. No harm, no foul. They walk away. All good.
Yeah, I think the bot lane is going to find themselves very scared to do anything at this point now. I mean, Luciv's got his tier, he's got his sheen, he's going to start to scale, and there's not much they're going to be able to do about it at this point because...
We do see Caridian coming down bot lane, but that's a little bit of a too early engage. Maybe they're just trying to scare him away. Oh, Rudy, you are in trouble, my boy. Big flash in from Luciv. He's going to pick it up. I think they still win this 2v2 maybe. Luciv's in trouble, though. He uses the cleanse for absolutely no value and goes down for the shutdown to Jarvan. Bush does have to flash out to safety, but okay, Caridian, way to be there, way to pick it up. I thought Luciv could just kind of walk away, but no dice. The cleanse did not help him whatsoever getting out.
Yeah, Rudy went with the long con there of just bait them into killing you and return the kill because you know that the Ezreal is hungry and he's gonna get that flash forward, that E forward, right into Caridian's hands there.
And you get the shutdown for a little extra 150 gold on top of it as well for the counter bait.
They're gonna have a hard time taking this dragon though.
There's a big fight in top lane too. There's a lot going on right now. Cal is in top lane, so they could take it. Hippo goes down. They need to rush this Drake with their smite up. Caridian doesn't know how to count.
With the ult.
Yeah, Caridian almost missed the smite there. He got lucky there was no one else to throw a Q over wall. Luciv's, I think, gonna drop here.
Yeah, Luciv's dead here. Oh
wow. I don't know how to feel who came out ahead there. We saw the kill in top. And I but no, not a kill, sorry. Am I watching a replay? I might be watching a replay. I don't know.
Yep, this is a replay to show us that kill top.
Sorry, we're getting griefed and I'm not realizing it. Yeah, okay. Ride or die with a little bit of a comeback feeling in them maybe. Gets the
Yeah,
Drake,
yeah,
gets a couple
very well
kills.
played by them there. I mean, they gave up that kill on Hippo, but they're able to get the Drake, able to pick up 2 kills on the backside, or 1 kill on the Ezreal on the backside of that. Ezreal is down a considerable amount of CS at the moment, but
Yeah, but he does have the 4 kills, so he's got that going for him. In terms of gold, he's still up by, we'll call it 700. So, yeah, down in the CS, but ahead in the gold still. Hippo looking for a little exchange here in top, but does back away. Just a little pokey poke with the E. Still looking for a fight. I have to think Blood wins that, but
yeah, I mean, a favorable trade from Hippo there though. It's good. It's
yeah.
good to see he's finally kind of figuring out how to work that. Cal looks like he might try and sneak a Rift Herald here, but nope,
He's got
not gonna
Blood.
go for it, which is good. Because
Yeah.
Caridian was well on the way. They would have sniffed that out for sure. They're getting some deep vision, which is good. I think that the side of Team Snakerdoodles.
Here we go. We got a Yone ult in. Blood is, I think, going to be able to get away safely. Cal is just farming instead of coming to help his teammate. And Blood's going to die for it, I think. Have to imagine. A big kick there. Blood's definitely still dead. Cal, I don't know if the jungle camp was worth it. Maybe could have gone to help your buddy a little earlier, but maybe he just thought Blood's an absolute Chad and was going to win the 2v1.
Yeah, without Flash, well, I guess he did have Flash there. He must not have just
Yep.
used it on the Yone ult. Because, I mean, that Yone ult is going to secure a bunch of damage on the Aatrox, who's kind of slippery otherwise, and allows the Jarvan to get that free EQ, which is going to be a huge chunk of damage. Not really going to allow him to lifesteal that back up.
Yeah, and Cal just tried to go say hello in top lane, but nothing happening there. Just picking up the wave, stealing the CS from his buddy Blood. Taxing the lane. You love to see it. Yeah, I mean, so J4's got the Herald. I would probably expect them to use that mid, maybe, just to get the map opened up a little bit, but it's just so hard to push against the Malzahar, right? So we'll see where they want their priority to be based on where that goes down. And engage here in bot lane as well. Rudy sneaks himself away. He's going to die to the Malzahar ult.
Malz is going to go down here, though.
Sandy's down. Do we think Toasty wants a little bit of this? I don't think he does. Yeah, Sandy just thought it would be fun to just walk in and ult. I think he probably could have ended the ult early and flashed away if he needed to, just to live. But just, again, wanted to send the message that I don't care if I die, I'm killing you.
And they're coming back up here again for Blood. I mean, Caridian's been super efficient so far this game. I mean, he hasn't really had any failed ganks or any time spent that he's just kind of wandering about the map. What I do think is that the team of Snakerdoodles really needs to get some vision down in the top jungle to help kind of prevent Blood.
Yeah, Blood's looking for a fight. Hippo does a nice job top dodging, but does lose the trade. We got a little action mid, as we're seeing here. But Blood getting kind of poked down. Props to Hippo for staying in it, even though he took that early death. He's still asserting that dominance. We did see the Herald go down mid over the wall. A little bit of a crafty move over the wall. We still have about a plate and a half in mid, so they weren't able to lock down the turret. But getting some money for the team. And speaking of money, the gold is even across the game right now. So
yeah, their Snakerdoodles lead kind of withered away here with some really good plays by Ride or Die. And I mean,
oh, Hippo. Hippo wanted it. You gotta love the attempt. Uses the ult, whiffs on it, goes back to his Z and says, "Whoops-a-daisy, we'll try that again tomorrow."
Yeah, try again next time. I think what we're all looking forward to here now is this next dragon spawn. I mean, you're gonna have 4 TPs up for it. Things could really go off the wall here with this one. Have some split push action into some big TP team fights.
Yeah, and we see some 3-on-3 in bot lane. I don't think they know that Cal's there. Cal's kind of hiding in the wings back there. I'm not really sure that they even win the 3v3. Maybe just looking for a surprise Lee Sin counter gank. But they're, of course, like you said, just posturing, trying to get the Drake positioning. Little bit of vision for both teams around the Drake, but not a ton. No wards in the
play by Cal positioning for this rift though. Caridian opted to go to Krugs. I don't think he was in any position to contest it. But
instead of the Drake, we see what looks like some action bot lane. We see the TP from Syndra coming down to join the fight. Little 4v4.
A Leona ult that kind of split the uprights there as well, which is unfortunate that's not going to be up. But Rudy and Toasty are not incredibly healthy right now.
I feel like Cal might just go start it here. Just on his own.
He kind of has to. Sandy's losing too much just hanging out down here. Really well-placed W there by Rudy.
Cal goes in, gets Jarvan to EQ out. Again, nobody's too hurt by it except some cooldowns. But I think Cal should just be starting this. There we go. All right. He looks a little more interested now. Probably could have taken it by now. But again, assert the dominance down in the bot lane. Send the message. And show him that you're there. We talked about how he's just always in lane. He never farms. Guess dragon counts as farming, and he didn't want to farm the dragon.
I mean, so far this game, he's been keeping up with Caridian, which is surprising, especially given Lee Sin's talent for ganking. I thought that would kind of prevent Cal from ganking more, or from farming more.
Yeah. So we see clearly numbers in the favor of Snakerdoodles around the Drake, but they're just scaring him away. Now it's even numbers, and they just push him out. Impressive work from Ride or Die. I don't think they really should have been able to do that, but they just show up, whip it out, and take the Drake.
I think they're just deathly afraid of the big damage combos from Ride or Die, and I think rightfully so. I mean, the Sandy ult into the J4 EQ into an ult, and with the Sandy ult, like anybody could die at the drop of a hat.
Just more props for my boy Hippo in the top lane. I mean, he's making Blood miss a ton of his Q knockups. He's ducking and diving and dashing as necessary. He was behind in the early game, and he's even-ish, I would say now. So he's made a good impact. He might have whiffed an ult, but again, doesn't matter. Maybe not a kill anyway. Yeah, big ups to Hippo staying in it. And I'll take mid. I'm surprised he's not ahead more in CS with the amount of time Sandy had to spend not in mid lane there. Probably
he
2.5 waves or something.
He missed 2 full waves. Yeah, no cannon wave, which is good. But I think Sandy's going to have a really difficult time making an impact in any of these objective fights with that Malzahar ult, considering who's on the other team. You got Toasty with the Xayah ult. You got the Rel stuns, the Syndra knockbacks.
It's funny. I think we were hyped about the solo lane matchups, which frankly are about even. And I think actually Elusive, we can ignore the cleanse. That's questionable, but guy has 4 kills and is being very impactful for his team. We see Blood trying to push into top. No TP on Hippo, so probably could stay. He's not going to get the tower, but could do a little damage. Instead, opts to roam down. We got a little pokey poke in the bot lane, but Rudy walks away, 80% health, no problem. Bush doesn't know he's sitting on a ward. There he goes. Now he knows. Gonna take both those out. And Rel looking to engage. Bush says, I'll take that fight. Bush is gonna poke down. Probably gonna slap him with the ult. We see the stopwatch. Bush League getting
very
a
good
little low.
stopwatch by Rudy.
Really very good. Oh, it takes the flash. Bush is gonna go down. Outstanding.
Ezreal just cannot fight in the wave, and that stopwatch from Rudy was perfect on that Ezreal ult.
Can't fight in the wave. Couldn't poke through the minions. We do see the Herald going to the top side for Snakerdoodles, so a little consolation prize, but I don't know if that's enough. We see 3 of Ride or Die gathering here, trying to position for something interesting. I think they can just take the tower here. I mean,
Elusive's got no flash, so he certainly can't die, and he's Ezreal, so he should be able to even still CS here.
Did you say he doesn't have flash? I see that he does have flash.
He does. Okay. He does have flash, and he's got E, so there's really no way he can die here. Unless I'll take
famous last words, by the way. Let's lock that in. Yeah. There's absolutely no statistical way he dies here. Absolutely could never see a world where that happens. All right, you were right. He didn't die. Bush comes back and says, whoopsie, sorry about that death. We got smoked in that fight. Absolute insane stopwatch from Rudy. So good work there. Mid lane's just kind of pushing farming. No big deal. Elusive, I don't really think you want to go much further than that, bud. That's a little scary. But he's got his teammate there for help. Caridian looking to go in. Elusive poking down.
Bush might be in trouble here.
I agree. Okay, we got Cal coming down.
Really weird ult by Caridian.
Cal's joining in. Caridian makes it away. Rudy, I think, sneaks away himself.
That wave is just making Ezreal have a really bad time in these team fights.
Okay, big fight top lane. Blood thinks he wants it. Blood, I think, is gonna get it. Oh, the flash ult, and he's out. Oh, what?
Okay.
Oh no! You hate to see it. Respect the effort for the E flash there on Aatrox.
It wasn't really close,
It was.
so I don't respect the effort, but
Come
I
on.
respect the thought that it could have happened had he been, twice as close as he was. But yeah, that fight bot lane looked so good for Snakerdoodles. It's just having that wave there kind of negates Ezreal's Qs entirely, and that's so much of his damage.
So, okay, Calvert with the early ult Toasties in big trouble. Doesn't have anything to save himself. Had the flash cleanse, but you're never going to use it there. Cal just shows up, gets another kill for his team, and mid tower is going down, and they might get a little bit on the second tower there as well.
Yeah, should get 2 charges here. I mean, really good by Cal there, recognizing that the Xayah didn't have the feather spray, and even though he had flash, didn't much matter at that point.
All right, so they get a big chunk on the next tower, tier 2 tower there. They walk away, and they'll take 80% of the tower's health and celebrate. And they're looking for Drake, I think. Looking to pick up
TP coming out of Syndra as well.
Okay, that's the second time we've seen Syndra do just the early TP, just to join
I
down,
mean,
get there for the fight.
Ride or Die is there. I mean, it's going to be a 4v4. If they can land some poke on this, they can certainly fight this.
They're coming from all directions. They're not coming together. They're coming split. I'll take mid's in trouble. He's on his own because he was split. Eats the Malzahar ult. Stopwatches to survive. Rel comes in to try to be the hero. I'll take mid goes down. More deaths all around. Wow, you're seeing a lot of damage go around. We see some more blue people alive than red people alive. Luciv, I think, goes down here. Oh, he did. He flashes away.
Oh,
Caridian's gonna get him.
By Luciv.
Caridian's gonna get him. Blood. We're gonna see if he's better with Qs this time. I think he killed Caridian. Probably just EQs away. Too easy. And all the while, Hippogriff didn't have TP. So he's just taking the top turret. I assume he's going to push this next wave, take and actually secure that turret for a lot of gold for himself. What an absolute strange fight. No Drake goes down there. Teams reset and say, let's try again in like a minute or so. Hippo secures the tower. Blood still sitting middle. I think wants to try to finish that tower off, but I don't think going to be able to do it. Syndra's coming in here. I'll take mid joining. He's dead. I got to be honest with you. He's dead here. There's just no way, right? There's not a chance. Oh, he just walks away. They're so afraid.
Afraid for no reason, I think. But yeah. I mean, that fight at Dragon, it looked like Snakerdoodles was doing all the right things there. They flash R in to get the Syndra, but then they just all clump up for the Jarvan ult. And
the Malz ult is back up. We got another Malzahar ult opportunity. Caridian gonna go in and catch Blood here. I think Blood's okay until some more friends show up. Yeah, and that's a Yone ult. Blood's gonna go down here. Yone needs to take that E back as fast as humanly possible. He's not able to do it.
Oh,
and he goes down. That was a lot of damn. Leona, speaking of a lot of damn, goes down. Caridian with a huge ult. Oh, Sandy is stuck. No, Sandy can't really help himself much. Toasty secures the kill. Featherstorm from Toasty over the top. Luciv ease in, does not care. Luciv's gonna go down, but secures the kill.
Oh no! Oh god, Luciv could have won that fight for him.
Look at Cal! Look at this guy!
Oh my god, he's insane!
He's cracked! And Cal, he says, "You've never seen me play Lee. I don't care." Can he time it? Is he just gonna man up? I think he maybe wins that 1v1. Does he just start the Drake? Does he say
he wins the 1v1, but probably not with the Drake on him. But he's got the TP coming in for support here, so they should definitely start this up. Blood should definitely go on the other side of the wall though and pressure that J4.
Yeah, but he wants to also help push the Drake dead a little quicker. Caridian says
another TP tells Caridian he's got no shot.
No. So they do pick up, but I assume unless something crazy happens, they're gonna pick up their first Drake here of the game. Extend the soul a little bit as necessary. There it is. Lock it in. And just a gold check. I mean, Ride or Die's got a little bit more, but I don't think it's anything material in terms of difference. Kills are even. Towers are close enough. This is anybody's game at this point.
Yeah, there hasn't been a lot of time for analytics. It's just every time we turn around, there's another fight. Now that the Dragon's dead, we might have a little bit of a breather here, though.
Anytime there's more kills than there is minutes in the game, I'm having fun watching it. And right now we're seeing that, and I would like that to continue. So looks like maybe they're gathering around Baron, maybe, just to get some vision. Probably. I don't think anybody's looking to actually take it yet, but looking for some more kills would be an entertaining game to watch. But more coming down. Sandy's just mindlessly pushing mid because he's Malzahar and that's what he does for a living. Not much.
Yeah, I'd really like to see Ride or Die go 1-4 here and try to push his mid turret down. That's a lot of vision denial getting that turret down, which is super important at this stage of the game if you haven't done that yet.
It's so hard to do it against the Malz. The man can just cast a spell and walk away and the wave's dead. But I think you got the right idea. Blood going in, saying hello. Caridian pokes his head out of the bush. They're going in. We got a TP top. Blood is in big time trouble. There's 4 of them there if you count the TP. Can they stop him? Gets this done. Bloodbath and Dead Beyond. Goodbye.
And
Maybe
there's
a
nothing
barrier
for Snakerdoodles to pick up here. There's no shot at them pushing any waves, securing any side objectives.
They probably go for mid.
Very unfortunate death from Blood there.
Yeah, I assume they're just posturing for mid. They're looking to catch Cal here. That's an interesting go.
It is a Lee Sin. It's kind of, they're not gonna have a good time.
Bush League runs in for absolutely no reason. 1v4. I don't think he was looking
Zaya
at
gets
his
picked up on the backside.
Zaya is fine. Come. Okay, I spoke too soon. Yeah, I don't think Bush League was looking at his screen. He probably was.
I always Elusive looking at his screen. What is he doing farming the midway?
There's some questionable decisions in terms of positioning. Oh my God, Elusive got that cleanse. He's fine, Spurg.
That
was the moment
cleanse
right
when
there.
there was 0.1 seconds left on that stun. I think that saved him.
That's an absolute gamer move. I will not allow you to disparage Elusive like that. Yeah, I think probably a death on each side there of just people not paying attention. I thought Zaya was going to sneak away, but Elusive, the absolute American sniper, Ezreal ult, picks him up, takes him down, takes the gold, says, thank you, clown. He's got 9 kills now. And I would just like to repeat, we have more kills than minutes, and it's not even close, and that makes it fun.
Yeah, I mean, the Ezreal's going to be doing considerably more damage than Zaya. I mean, he's got that bounty now. He's sitting on a little more gold, but Zaya had to build an Executioner's Calling, and Ezreal just hit the mirror mana into that armor penetration spike that's just so good on him. Soon he'll have slowing Qs. You know, Ride or Die is going to have a really tough time getting in on Snakerdoodles when he finishes that.
They do have a lot of peel.
Sure,
we're going to let that be the name of it. I think they're going to pick up the tower here. Okay, he's got to play a little safe. Ease away to Rudy's still looking for it, but Elusive poking down. Caridian coming in. Sandy Snake down.
Elusive playing a dangerous game with that Syndra, I will say that.
Yeah, I think Caridian's out just fine here, but that's a lot of team fighting for outer tower. I'm interested as to why they're picking that. Toasty picking up mid lane. They sort of just missed that was still available. That's a huge pickup to your earlier call. Big vision. Get some money for the team and try to accelerate the gold lead. We see about 2,500 gold lead here. That's not a ton, but it's not nothing. So I think they're all backing, resetting, looking for that next objective. And
yeah, I'm sure a lot of that gold though is on J4, who, you know, notoriously doesn't scale all that well.
It is. He's got about a little over 1,000 gold lead. Yep.
Yeah, his EQ combo is going to do a lot of damage, but
then that's it.
Then he's dead. So it's can he get that EQ ult kill on somebody? It's probably not going to be Lucid because Lucid's Ezreal. So I'm assuming his EQ ult combos are going to all be on Sandy Snake.
Hippo wants to go in, gets ulted by the Malzahar. Uh-oh, Hippo. Okay, that's questionable. Probably should have used that to escape after your E.
He's got the Merc Tread. He's got the Flash.
I think he's in trouble. Hippo!
Blood's in trouble.
Blood!
Blood's in trouble. What is Blood doing?
Hippo just does not give a fuck and just walks. just takes him under tower. Outstanding from Hippo there. So
Blood's eyes a bit bigger than his stomach on that one. I think he wasn't predicting the flash and then just said, I'm going all in anyway.
I know you're not going to agree, but I respect him just staying and admitting that he's probably dead and just still trying to secure the kill. But again, to my earlier point, Hippo with those fast little feet, dodging the Qs, only took a couple knockups there instead of a whole bunch. Nicely done. It looks like they're posturing for Drake, trying to take their third. I don't think they can really challenge it. They've got numbers advantage. Hippo did just respawn, but he won't be at the fight. It looks like they're going to take their third Drake unless... I'll take mid, says Cal, do not come. Do not collect $200. You will not get the Drake.
Yeah, without the vision set up there's really no chance for them to contest, even 4v4. Hippo had the TP anyway, so it's a really good idea not to mess with it.
Interested to see what they're going for here. Cal's taking it back. He's super low, so he's got to go back. He's eating his coconut, going back to base. Caridian's going to take the blue, and I think a little bit of a reset here with the lanes. I know they're just getting vision around Baron, but I don't think anybody's seriously considering Baron unless it's after a huge team fight win.
Yeah, really important here for Luciv to collect some gold and finish that Cyril's Grudge. That 30% slow on every Q is gonna do wonders for their team in kind of locking down kills, as well as being able to peel back off of those rail engages and those Jarvan engages.
So yeah, I mean, to my earlier point, I think just some vision gathering around Baron. We do see Ride or Die with, I believe, full vision control now of the pit and the surrounding area. The Hippo looking for a little fight here, a little 2v1. Cal, what's up with you? Goes in on Sandy Snake. Sandy Snake has the passive, doesn't get knocked up. Cal's gonna live, I think, somehow. Hippo's just farming, doesn't care, getting the Q stacked. I think he's in trouble. Sandy Snake misses the Q, flashes away. Hippo's gonna have, okay, goes back to his E. Cal's in trouble here if he tries for that fight. Doesn't take it. Hippo, how are you gonna get out of this? They start the Baron, by the way. Baron's at half health. Yeah, okay. I think Ride or Die's got it secured. Maybe. I don't know why
there's
they don't
an
have enough
Ezreal
help
there, a very dangerous Ezreal, in a position he loves to be in, where he's just allowed to poke from the outskirts.
No one dies there. I do not understand. But wow, after a game of slaughtering back and forth, a bunch of crazy fights, a bunch of ults and fun summoner abilities used, dodges, and no one dies.
I think there was a series of nerfs in that 2v1 bot lane, because that certainly should have been a dead Yone at 1 point or 6. So I think they just misplayed. They didn't want to be the one to give up the death there. But
I do appreciate the Baron call. I think that probably works in most games. But to your point, Ezreal was there with some big poke damage. They just weren't going to risk it. 2 other members were below half health. They thought maybe that's the game if they don't get it. If they just call it. But of course, Cal just was basically dead in the bot lane, so they knew they weren't going up against a smite. They could have risked it for the biscuit, but they decided, let's play it safe. It's still
really smart choice to back off of that. I think even if they get the Baron, they lose at least 3 members there for it, and I don't think it becomes worth it at that point, especially when you're putting more gold on the Blood Aatrox and on the Ezreal.
Yeah, and both teams have vision of the pit. Nobody's sneaking anything right now. My guess is probably Dragon's gonna be our next fight, but still a little ways out from that, 2 minutes, so probably just a little bit of farming going on. Don't expect anything wild. Again, the standard vision posturing and back and forth around Baron just to make sure nobody's sneaking anything. Caridian feigns a little engaged there, but decides against it. I think even if he hits that EQ, he probably walks away. But wanted to assert
with the comp of Ride or Die and like these early bruisers that they have in J4 and the CC from the Rel, they've done a really good job at maintaining map control through vision in this first, in the first like 25 minutes of this game. Have kind of been denying any vision from Snakerdoodles, which hasn't allowed them to do much.
He's looking for a fight here. Hippo is in the back line, goes in. Uh-oh, Ezreal's down. Blood is caught amongst 4 enemies and goes down as well. All right, I think that might be the Baron right there. Wow, I think Hippo totally enabled that by sneaking in behind him, catching the Ezreal, even though he's got that item that you foretold, the Cyril's Grudge. Doesn't matter if you can slow people if you're getting engaged on by the Yone. It's too late. You're dead.
Yeah, really good flank there by Hippo, certainly. Definitely wanted him that engage, and there was no support.
Caridian's caught out here. I don't know if there's enough damage. Maybe Caridian tries to go in on Sandy. He does go down. That's a shutdown. 400 gold shutdown. Would you have thought they would have gone Baron there after picking up those 2 kills? I'm surprised.
I don't know what else they would have done. I don't understand why they would have reset there with 5 full HP members and 2 dead on the opposite team. They didn't push a turret, and they didn't go to Baron. And
they got absolutely nothing for it. That's the first death of the game, by the way, for Caridian. Takes his first death after 15 KDA. He says, "No, I want a death."
Yeah. Well, who's that? 1,000 gold. Was that over to the Malzahar?
That was to the Malzahar. It was only 400 gold though. So thanks Riot for however you calculate that. 400 gold. We do see the Drake engage trying to stop the Infernal Soul. I think they take it here. Hippo's maybe going to try an absolute insane E alt something or other, but doesn't even try. Cal smites it. Second Infernal Drake over to Snakerdoodles. and they extend the game. Just again back to that Baron. I don't know what universe you at least don't go pressure that. The Ezreal's dead, so you don't have to worry about the poke as much. Are they looking for a Baron now? I mean, that would be.
Yeah,
Why are you
Snakerdoodles
doing it now?
isn't resetting, so this would be very unfortunate if they were to try this. Yeah, I think Snakerdoodle's win con here is the dragons though. You need to keep those red dregs off of that Syndra and onto that Ezreal. As if Syndra late game wasn't dangerous enough at level 16.
We see a start here on the Baron. They're going. They know that Lee Sin. I think they know that Lee Sin just backed. They know Cal's not there for the smite. They're just going to try to burn it. Ezreal's late to the game with the poke. I think they're going to get it here. They secure it. Then they 5v5. Oh, Hippo misses the ult on Luciv. Tries to go in, but it doesn't matter. They got the Baron. They probably should have taken it earlier, but they got it anyway. All is well. They go back, spend some money, push some lanes, get some position set up, and take that Drake in 4 minutes. They're gonna probably try to take a couple towers along the way.
And again, they get it on the back of their vision. You know, they know that Snakerdoodles has no vision there, and everyone is deathly afraid because of that engage that Ride or Die has to try and go face check anything, even with a sweeper up. It's so dangerous.
I can't get over how why you back in there and letting them take the Baron for free. Sort of interesting. Maybe got a little too low, too scared. But if they can parlay this Baron into a soul in 3 minutes, just to get some pressure, push the waves, get position. That's a big one. That's a big tough hit. I think Ride or Die. For a while, I felt like the momentum was going in their favor. They took a couple bad deaths. It was questionable. And then they're right back into the driver's seat, stealing that, taking the Baron. Well, they won't call it a steal, but certainly securing the Baron right under the noses of their enemies.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Like, I mean, after that dragon take, they were really comfy, and then Caridian got caught, and then things started to take a turn for the worse.
Blood's in big trouble here. Hippo goes in. Blood, about half health. Syndra over the wall. Can't ult. Blood's fine. It's all good. I sort of feel like they probably should have been able to kill him there with 4 people, but
yeah, he's got the Sterix. He's got the
he's a thick
boy
boy.
drinker. You know, he's a lot tankier than he looks.
Yeah, they do take the tower, so that's good. Toasty sitting in mid, just getting some money, killing the creeps. All good there. I think they're probably going mid next, pushing for that tower. It's real low. They've got the Baron. That should be basically free. Then maybe they just roll it into top and try to take all 3 of these towers in a row. Put that Baron to good use. That to me makes a certain amount of sense.
Yeah, I mean, Ride or Die is just doing a really good job of just being everywhere together. You know, here they're doing a strict 4-1. And you can tell that Snakerdoodles just can't really do anything.
Cal's in trouble here. Cal is getting pursued by some enemies. You think he's out? No, I don't think he is. I changed my mind immediately. They got full vision of him. I'll take mid, jumps on him, ults him, Critting goes over the wall, knocks him up, says slam dam a ding dong, and takes the kill. Even though Critting used the ult, I'll take mid, secures it. So Drake's down for a minute and a half. Cal
all that while Hippo takes a free turret and in-hit bot lane, which is absurd.
Yeah, hey now, how dare you? I'll take mid there. It's not just Hippo. That's a team effort.
Well, he just TP.
Fair enough. Well, we still give him credit. He used the summoner spell. They're out. No big deal. Blood wants to fight with Hippo. I assume Hippo is going to get out of this unless he gets caught. Oh, that's a big
right now. Very good fight.
Away. Doesn't have any. Does get the E. Hippo's in trouble here. Okay. Luciv has to use the flash over the wall. Blood secures it. Gets a big heal. Luciv's mega slow. Cannot catch up, but he's coming. Oh, load. He coming. Hits the Q. Blood over the wall. Rudy's going to knock the blast cone. I think he's still quite dead. They're going to chase it down. Drake up in 50 seconds. Big flash from Leona.
I mean,
big flash from
not
Syndra.
safe here. Okay, yeah, I was gonna say if mid doesn't play this safe, he can certainly die to that.
Blood, I think, still gets this over time. They've got the pursuit coming.
The longer Rudy delays his death here, the worse it is for them. So that dragon timer is ticking. And
yeah, the dragon timer.
If Snakerdoodles manage to get a 4v5 for that dragon timer.
I mean, they're getting Drake
That's
for sure.
That's their win plan here is to try and get that Infernal Soul.
Imagine getting 4 Infernal Drake buffs in the soul. Oh my goodness, that's some strength there.
Yeah, a lot of damage. Unfortunately.
What is Caridian doing? Caridian, hello? EQ's out, and I didn't realize that would cancel the ult.
Buffers the male soul.
Is that a thing? What the heck? That's a new one for me. Is there a
All right,
range
way to go.
limit?
Okay, Caridian, gamer.
He just
Absolute
knows
gamer.
that. He knows that interaction, that was going to cancel the ult. That's wild. Uh-oh, Zaya's in trouble. Probably has to Featherstorm. Can't even do it. Just dead. So
Oh man, that's
that was
she had
that
no
was
cleanse up that from that last fight that they were in. That's just really unfortunate.
oh goodness gracious. Yeah, that's no good. They're gonna pull the Drake out. Hard to imagine they lose the Drake here, but Caridian's a crafty veteran, can sneak in for a little EQ. Okay, throws the flag, waiting for the drag. Maybe a little too afraid here to go in, but I
Yeah,
think
and I mean Sandy can always knock him out as soon as she sees that flag and drag happening. She can knock back.
Oh man, more infernal buffs, big attack damage, big AP. Somehow it's still anybody's game. Obviously, we've got the minions coming in bot lane, crashing. Somebody's got to respond to that. Probably somebody more than just Leona, but I think they're sending Ezreal back to pick it up.
Yeah, I think the missing link here for Snakerdoodles is unfortunately the Lee Sin pick. It's just it was apparent early, but since then we just haven't seen much out of it, and that's the problem with Lee Sin. When you get past 25 minutes in the game, you're essentially useless if you can't kick somebody into your team, and Ride or Die isn't really letting them do that because their vision is so good, and not necessarily their vision, but more so their vision denial.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's not like Cal's had an absolute bad game. It's just what Lee Sin does later in the game. He's 1-2-9. He's got good KDA. He's got good farm. He's been there when he could, but just sort of falling off compared to the utility that the Jarvan brings at this point in the game. Hippo, they're looking to catch him. Oh no! You hate to see it. Blood goes down. Cal's still in trouble here. Does get out of the Jarvan ult. I don't think, Cal, you really want that fight, but some big poke down on Blood. Maybe we see a little Baron action here.
Yeah, I mean.
Oh no!
Oh,
Rudy, Caliber killing his twin just like that. How could you ever do a man like that? Hippo probably just gonna E out back to safety. Bush is looking for a fight. That is Bush. You don't want to be there. Hippo goes down though. Okay, Cal is in trouble. He has some shields on him. Caridian is, I think, gonna go down here. Oh, Cal
Lucius got to play this really well here.
Sandy, I think Sandy might be biting off more than he can chew. Okay, he's probably gonna get an E off. Oh my goodness.
Really good Zanya. Oh,
he's gonna kill them both.
Mid's dead for sure.
Oh my goodness.
Lucius picks it all up. I mean, that's the power of Ezreal. They weren't able to get onto him. I mean, they don't really have the kits to get onto the Ezreal, and Caridian was trying his best in the 1v2 back there. Just took too long to kill Cal.
Here comes the Baron. Luciv thinks he can solo it. That's
no point in starting it up now for any of you ADC watchers. It's just going to do way too much damage.
You'd have to have some insane lifesteal at this point to hang around there. But his best buddy, Bloodbath and Beyond, shows up. He's got no problem tanking it. That's going to go down unless Rel pulls off the absolute most GOAT move. Rudy, I don't know if you want this. You're probably just going to get poked down to death. And they're going to take... Oh, we see TPs coming in. I don't know about that. Can they kill the Baron quick enough? Oh my goodness. Ezreal does secure the Baron, but does go down to Yone. Yone is cleaning up.
Tragic.
I still think Worth. You only lose 2 Baron buffs. You do have to use the flash to get over the wall from Bush League there.
I mean, Worth but avoidable. I mean, Sandy was, in their jungle. He should have been there, but that's the power of double TP. You can do stuff like that.
Yeah, maybe you'd even like to see Sandy just respond with a TP there, even if he wasn't close enough.
Just to kind of support his boys. Right. And I hope that last team fight with Ezreal showed Snakerdoodles what they need to do, which is don't go anywhere without Ezreal. He is entirely your win con here. You have to play around him.
Are we gonna see? They're gonna get all 3 in his, I believe.
I mean, they're fighting against Baron minions, which I guess if there's no turrets, it's not gonna matter much. But
no,
Snakerdoodles is coming back up now, so there's no way they can really push into that. Smart to back off here and get a reset after those kills they picked up.
We have to assume Ride or Die, just going back, getting comfy, spending some gold, slapping them with their wallets. They're not ahead by that much, but looking for that soul point here shortly. I wish I had timers. But I lost them on my end. That's all right. But it is soon. So, Ride or Die.
Yeah, about a minute, I think, on the dragon, and yeah, if Snakerdoodles pulls this out, I mean, they're in a really good spot as long as they play around that Ezreal.
And I think that's their plan. I mean, you got to just say whoever gets the soul here probably just wins it, right? And I Ride or Die has got the team fight advantage. I think, unless, like, if they can catch Luciv, especially, it's over. But I still think we've seen them be pretty dominant in some fights here lately. Blood has to E out.
That's not what you want, Blood. I do like the respect that Blood and Hippo have shown each other this game, in that they haven't tried to split push and take the 1v1 duel to see who's better. They just respect the other too much.
Okay, just more posturing, more vision. I mean, vision I don't even think really matters. It's just somebody looking for somebody to be a couple pixels out of where they should be and catch them with an engage.
Yeah, I mean, the timer's on Snakerdoodles here, though. They've got 2 inhibs down, so they're the ones who need a move to be made.
Here we go. We're coin flipping the Drake. It goes down. Caliber secures the Drake. That's going to be big damn, and that spells possibly disaster for Ride or Die. Interesting fights going top and bottom. Rudy's still alive. I'll take mid. Can he get a big kill here? Oh, no.
Mid clicked R onto Sandy instead of onto Luciv.
Oh, I think they still clean it up. It doesn't matter. I think that's still game.
Luciv eat in there, and he needed to just continue to kite back. They had an opportunity there at the end when mid clicked the wrong person with his ult. But I think the death timers are going to be too long here in Snakerdoodles.
That's just too many minions. I mean, Malzahar cannot clear fast enough for that, I don't think. And they probably just go in and kill him here. Yeah, he's going to go down. Toasty's going to clean it up. Rudy doesn't care. Dies. He doesn't want to pad the stats at all. I don't think Bush has enough to stop this. Ezreal.
Toasty just says no and flashes the ult. And, yeah.
Unlucky. Well, that was a wild one. All the way to Soul Point. Lots of Infernal Drakes. Lots of kills. I hope we see more of that in game 2 and maybe even an
absolute deathmatch, man. Absolute deathmatch. It was a fun one. And you know, it surprised me how many kills there were, but I suppose when they lock in the Lee Sin and the J4, you're gonna see a lot of movement early. So I'm glad that those ended up being kills because we got to see some fireworks.
All right, Katy Perry. Well, we'll see you when game 2 starts in just a few minutes.
And nobody. I'm not even signed into League right now.
All right. Spurg, from what I understand, we're back. A dinosaur story for another game. Game 2 of the series. That went against what we thought pre-draft, post-draft. We thought maybe Ride or Die's got an advantage, and it did play out in that way. But after a jillion kills, thoughts on game 1? Thoughts on what impact that has on your prediction? You still feeling comfy with the Snakerdoodles win? What are your thoughts?
As long as their mental's not crippled, I do still feel really good about the Snakerdoodles pick that I had going into this series. And I mean, the outstanding issue in that last game was the Lee Sin. It was able to do a couple things early, probably not as much as it needed to, but once we got to that 15-20 minute mark, like it had no effect on the game at all. It was as if the champion wasn't even there other than the smite, and we saw Cal securing those objectives with that smite, but outside of that, really having little impact.
I agree, and we're just getting the lobby up for the next game, so just hopping in there. Um, I just I don't think we see the Lee Sin again. There's absolutely no way. He just self banned it. I don't think he honestly again played poorly. Couldn't tell if it was just a comp issue where he couldn't really play well into it, or those couple insane insect style plays at the end that Lee Sin like needs to be useful still. He just wasn't able to find those. J4 just way more utility late game. And
Yeah, I mean, Snickerdoodle was on the back foot most of the game, even if, at certain points they were tied in gold. They had no vision anywhere. They couldn't get the flanks, which Lee Sin absolutely needs to make any plays. So, yeah, I mean, the Rel and the J4, and there was a lot of people who were a little bit slippery, with the Zaya and the Yone. It's didn't leave a lot of openings for the Lee Sin. So, um, they need to pick something, I think, that'll be a little more straightforward. So, I mean, clearly, their lanes held up. Bot lane won, mid lane pretty much went even, top lane went even in a bloodbath. So, I think we saw that the laning wasn't the issue, and there weren't actually a ton of successful ganks from the Lee Sin even. I think I think Cal should kind of go back to what he's more accustomed to playing, which is difficult to say considering he just started jungling like 2 months ago. But um, maybe pull that Viego out again from last week. Let's see some more kills.
the Morgue was also super effective, but I will admit, yeah, Lee throwing too many Qs in lane that were just missing. They were like, whoop, and just couldn't see it, didn't hit. And Morgue, I think, was a lot better. His game against us, Morgue just absolutely smoked us. Massive pressure in all lanes. Like you said earlier, didn't really even need to farm. Amazed at how easily Morgue can solo Drake as well. So I
Yeah,
don't
yeah, and I
think
mean,
that got banned.
Caridian played so well. Caridian played incredibly well. He lost a bunch of objectives, which for the most part wasn't really his fault. There's just some team deaths that were badly timed. But Caridian was outstanding, and he certainly outpaced Cal throughout the entire game, and that seems to really be the only thing that was outstanding from that leads me to believe
Yeah.
um,
I
that
mean, might as
that
well
they
play
were able that
fiddlesticks
they got
because
the win.
he's outstanding in the field. So,
Yeah.
uh, come on. We see the lobby kicking off. The Azir ban, the Nico ban. Nothing new yet. We're probably just gonna see more targets towards mid. Um,
Yeah,
really
maybe we'll get
testing the
10 mid
damn
bans
pool.
this time instead of only 9.
The Zigs, that could be a ban for bot lane as well. We're getting some utility bans there, maybe. Um, I agree. I'd like to just see 10 mid bans. Let's just see who's got the deeper pool. Like who's gonna bust out the Zed, who's gonna bust out the Lysandra or something sort of deep in the pool. I think that'd be kind of fun to see. I would be a little surprised if one of the mids doesn't try something first round of picks here just to not. I guess their pools are so deep. Never mind. They're not. They don't care about the bans. That's all silly. Do respect the Jax ban because I just think Blood plays a sick Jax and can be super oppressive. But they leave the Aatrox up. They don't care about that. The first pick Zaya again. There it is.
Okay. All right. They think that's gonna work again. It didn't necessarily not work or work last time. It seemed like it was a bit of a nothing burger. Just having the ability to not die though was super important when Toasty had that ult up.
They do take the Leona. Yeah, probably a pick Rudy would like, but I think Rudy's got another option or two that he could go if he needs to.
Yeah, is this gonna be
Um,
another Zyrel? Is that what we're looking forward to here?
you have to think so. I mean, it worked last time,
I
sort
mean,
of, barely.
Rudy's Rel is good, and I mean he
Yeah.
showcased it last game. I mean there were very few mistakes, which are easy to make on that champion.
All right.
You even saw
So
that incredible bot lane play he had there.
there's a little bit more of a normal, I would say, expected pick from Cal. I don't think he plays a ton of Zach. You tell me if I'm wrong there, but it's simple enough probably, and it's that got that engaged threat, the more traditional jungler that I think is in his wheelhouse. Here comes the Rel, probably like we saw coming. There it is. You'll probably take jungle here. Um,
Yeah, there's
I
no reason not to. Another troll hover with the Rammus. It's clearly not going to get picked here, but the Silas though, if they do lock that in, that would not be a surprise, and it is a flex pick. It could be for either Caridian or mid.
I okay, Lilia, which you can play Lilia top, so that could be, but probably taking that in the jungle. I think that's pretty strong in his Zach. Let the resident jungler speak to that, but um,
Yeah, it's hard to get your hands on a Lilia when she's moving at the speed of sound around the battlefield, and you're not really going to catch her out with an E.
do you just take Ezreal here again? Probably. It's a safe pick. You got caught out in one bad fight, two bad fights. Um, okay, they go for the Syndra. I said
Hmm.
somebody's gonna take a mid lane this first round, and they did. So I expect two more bans probably coming towards I'll take mid just to squeeze the pool a little bit. But there's the Fizz ban. Trying to think what else we might see coming through. Certainly something towards I'll take mid. But either way,
I mean,
interesting to see the Syndra. Doesn't
I'm
care.
I'm surprised they banned Fizz, considering Syndra's already been picked. But maybe I don't know. Maybe they're thinking the Syndra could be bot lane.
Yeah. Let's see. He's got the Oriana in his pool still. I think Oriana works pretty darn well with Rel. Even honestly, Lilia, she's just so darn fast she can get in there.
Oh, I was
Um,
mistaken. That was a Snakerdoodles ban on the Fizz. That's why it makes
yeah,
okay. That makes way more sense now.
yeah, yeah. Maybe a surprise talent pick, but probably not. So I'm gonna guess I'll take mid's gonna take Oriana. You heard it here first. We see the Sivir ban, I guess.
Yeah, I
Wonder
mean
if they'll ban the Ezreal here instead next.
the
Nope.
Yone
Jinx.
ban is good. Hippo, it's a comfort pick for Hippo. They're gonna ban the Jinx out. Okay, that's it's a really strong champion, especially in TCL when a lot of fights end up being front to back. I want to see mid on a Silas. I want some exciting solo dolos mid. I want some ults taken. Syndra ult is big damage, but not a lot of other ults on Snakerdoodles for mid to take if you were to go with that
Takes the
Silas right
vein.
now.
Also, I'm pretty sure you said solo dolo. I'll just imagine I didn't hear dolo instead of bolo, but whatever. Um, the vein pick is sort of the blind vein. That I, Spurg. I just want to say it now. I think that's a vein top. Um, man, that would
Oh, yeah, okay. We've got some blood tech and it's a vein top. The blood is turning into the thing he hates most. If this goes top lane.
I, I don't think he'll do it. But the Trist potential Trist mid here could be pretty
Does
good. They
Luciv play vein?
I don't. I did not have it on the scouting report. I've got about 6 or 7 on there that he plays on a regular basis that is not there.
Okay. I mean, I don't like the Trist mid pick. I hope they go elsewhere.
There's your pick. There it is.
Okay. There's a Silas. That's gonna be exciting.
All right. I think it was the ultimate bamboozle. I think they got him with the bait, maybe. Come on. That's just a hover Renekton. I want it to be Vayne top, just to be toxic bloodbath and beyond play. Maybe it could be Renekton in bot lane. You never know. It's pretty good. Blood don't come on. It still could be. Don't ruin the fun. The Vayne pick is just I don't really understand that. I don't he doesn't seem to play it a lot. There's a heck of a lot of stuff that
It
can
also
catch him
doesn't
out.
seem good into that team. Okay.
Berg, what are you seeing here? What are you seeing here? Are you seeing Vayne top?
I'm seeing okay. Oh my. All right.
I
So yeah,
told you.
Syndra ended up being bot lane.
No, not yet. No, they can still swap. Okay. It was just a troll. Just a
Okay,
troll.
it's 111. Honestly, the triple flex would have been great. I mean, to see the Renekton go mid, the Syndra
Yep.
go bot lane, the Vayne top, that would have been interesting.
So all right, we know where they're going. We know whose lanes against who. Blood opts into the Renekton into Darius matchup, which I don't feel
As a
like
top
that's.
laner,
I mean, yeah, I don't. As with the expert
he
level
wins.
knowledge that I have, I mean, like just master tier knowledge, I don't think the Renekton wins that. Certainly, at least not early. I think Darius just starts his W and just smacks him in lane and pushes him out. Unless there's something that Blood knows that I don't know.
I mean, clearly they picked it as a counter, so it's got to. I mean, Blood at least thinks it has success, which doesn't necessarily mean it does. But if Blood's really comfortable with the matchup, you know, maybe he's got some tech to beat the Darius. I do foresee Luciv having not a great time bot lane.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like a winning lane. It doesn't look like they're really going to kill much with the Leona engages, but I mean, who knows? I mean, obviously the Silver Bolts are really good against Rudy. I don't know if he's going to opt to level his W first there in that lane as Vayne to get that extra damage, but they're gonna have a tough time.
Drop your channel points. The Gamba is live. Are we looking at Ride or Die going 2-0 for the win, or is Sneck coming back, making it a 1-1? Spurg, I know we said Snakerdoodles was gonna win this,
I
but
put all of my channel points on Snakerdoodles.
I hate this draft by Snakerdoodles. I do
Yeah, it
not
looks
like.
terrible. It looks somehow worse than the last draft looked for them.
Yeah.
So I'm just really confused on what they're going for here. Maybe this is a everybody gets in a playoff situation, and I
Oh
know that they're a team that's there to for fun. And I'm assuming they've locked in the first seed. Uh, Production. Anybody
no, I
tell me
think this
if
does
they have
actually.
it?
This series does decide the first seed, I believe, because they
Okay,
would it
this
would be even record with the tiebreaker going to ROD, I believe. At least
Okay,
that's what
so
my
so
whole
so
speech was
so
at
there
the
is
beginning.
something riding, and there's seeding riding on this. So I mean, you can't think that Snickerdoodles are just gonna for fun it then. But it does make you question what they're doing in this draft.
Well, Spurg, you must be very channel point poor because I'm looking at what the audience is thinking. And we got a lot of ROD going 2-0. So you obviously
Oh,
didn't have enough to
I am
push your way
incredibly
early.
channel points poor. I got about 4,000. I at one point had like 50, and then I bet it all on one game and lost.
All right, I
So
just joined you. I just put 4,000 down on
no,
Snakerdoodles.
no, no. Those are my channel points. Everybody bet against me, please. But I mean, do you think that mid is gonna get a solo kill on Sandy here? Sandy is
100%.
I mean, Sandy's really good in lane. He tends to play safe, but the Silas might be able to take advantage of that.
Yeah, I'll take
I'm
mid Silas.
assuming
Oh,
he's going with the second wind runes. He's going to be able to outlast some of that Syndra mana, and then just find his point to attack.
yeah. I mean, there's very few things scarier, I think, than an I'll take mid Silas. Maybe an Echo, but I think he might be able to pick up an early kill. He's going to bite some kneecaps. He's going to come after him, and so I'm excited to see. But I know I bet my points on Snakerdoodles just because I want a wild and crazy game. But boy, to me, Ride or Die is looking like the favorite here.
Yeah, again because of their drafting, they just look so much better. Blood's running the TP instead of the Ignite, which is going to mean he's going to have an even more difficult time against the Darius. Um, So I guess we'll have to see how that one turns out. I mean, I'm not a top lane master. I don't know what's going on there. But it looks like Hippo's going to have the advantage up there. Although Renekton might be able to find strategy outside of that
Yeah,
lane
we
with
do
that
see
TP.
Darius taking the ghost as well from Hippo. That just to me further cements that he's just gonna run him down in lane. Um, wow. I guess I cannot wait for Blood to surprise me here.
30 seconds until minions
Hippo
spawn.
take it set there. I would have assumed he would go Conqueror, but just going for that. The just harass the damage, the bully him out. Bully may not be here anymore, but he's looking to bully him out anyway. So, standard 5-point, nothing exciting. I assume Spurg, you're looking for a screen share here, so we'll work on that. We got some fun action here, Critty and Cal, having a good time mid, enjoying themselves. Huh? We see the double cleanse again in bot lane. I think it makes more sense this time than it did last time.
I mean, it makes sense for Vayne to have it this game for sure. I mean, Luciv made the appropriate choice this game with the cleanse here. 'Cause, I mean, cleansing that Lily Asleep is super important. I mean, it can completely turn the team fight in your favor if their team thinks they're getting a free engage on an ADC and you're able to cleanse that off.
Yeah, I know we sort of questioned the Vayne pick. I will say there's a lot of peel. Obviously, the Leona. If Syndra's in the neighborhood, can stun some people. Zach can pull him away. Renekton can stun him. So there is a world where Luciv just absolutely just pops off. But you mentioned the Silver Bolt.
I mean, he's gonna need a gold advantage early if he wants to pop off in anytime before like 30 minutes, which I think they're gonna require, considering it seems that Snakerdoodles is handicapping themselves here with this team comp.
Lots of questions going around. Let's see, what did Darius says that all right, here, okay, Blood dashes away, fair enough. Probably maybe he started I didn't see what Blood started. A little poke going on in the bot lane, nothing, just people farming, having a good day, enjoying game 2. Blood goes in for a little damage. Hippo, I think, is going to be able to pump him a little bit here, but okay, Rudy looking for the engage. They don't know Zach is waiting in the bush. Cal comes in, we get the flash out of Rudy. Cal is safe, I think. Rudy is not so
dead
safe.
Rudy. Yeah, it's exactly the issue you're gonna have with Rel. It's, you know, if you get that engage and, you know, something unexpected happens, you just die. I mean, Rudy did incredible last game on the champion, and you know, I think he kind of got ahead of himself on this one.
Yeah, I mean, you just feel for him. He loses the flash there. A little more damage coming out from Hippo. Blood gonna burn down. Has a little heal coming in the queue. But Hippo is asserting a little dominance up top. Sandy, not so happy that Caridian's right there in his jungle. Don't think Cal can do anything about it, though.
Unfortunately, he cannot. Lilia is going to metaphorically and literally run circles around that Zach.
Wow, nice one. I still think we might see some more fights bot lane. I don't know. Maybe Rudy having some non-flashbacks from his previous engage. Doesn't have the flash. Still has his ignite.
Yeah. I think we're just gonna see the Xayah Rel just play really safe for quite some time now.
Which is exactly what the Vayne wants, right? If
yes,
you lose, that's what
precisely.
Just let me farm. Let me get strong as heck, and let me show up and show them what it's all about. Kind of 20 minutes into the game and start doing some real damage.
Yeah, which means Ride or Die is gonna have to, you know, find a way to do what they did last game, which was taking away a lot of that vision. They did it the entire last game, but it's going to be more difficult now that that bot lane doesn't.
All right, we see double jungle action here in the top lane, baiting it out. I don't think they know either of them are there. Hippo, I think, is going to go down. Blood runs away.
Caridian doing a lot of damage using those abilities really effectively. He's got flash, so.
Doesn't do it. We got a fight in bot lane. Uh-oh, Rudy, you're in trouble. Silver Bolt, I think he's dead again. Yeah, Luciv secures the kill. I think Toasty is gonna maybe try to clean up both of them, but we see the cleanse used to much better effect.
Toasty has flash. He could. I mean, if he waits for his QE to come off cooldown, he potentially could have done a
I think they kill him here. I think they kill him here. Yeah, Luciv goes in. He does have the cleanse. Luciv, oh no, what are you flashing that way for? Toasty has a chance to clean it up, but so portal combat, Bush takes him down with the W.
Oh, the W. Okay, I was gonna say. I mean, Bush has an opportunity to die here if he just waits out all the.
He still had the ignite. He still had the ignite.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh no, his ignite's on cooldown.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna say. I hope he would have used it earlier if he had it up.
No, what? Am I crazy? All right. I know, it must have just come back up on what I was looking at. You see just a little slap fight going on up top. Hippo trying to get the bleed stack in here. Uh-oh. Blood might be in trouble here. There we see the ghost from the Hippo. He's going to flash Q. Okay.
Oh.
Traded. Blood does not have TP, though, so I think he's probably
Rel in some trouble again.
He's fine. Rudy's fine the whole time. But Luciv, yeah. Normally, you wouldn't expect Vayne to just be dominating that much in lane, but you're seeing it. Because they're afraid to go in, and they don't have the summoner spells to go in anymore, and they're too far behind.
And surprisingly, nothing has happened mid yet. I mean, I'll take mid took that electrocute, and it doesn't really seem like anyone's gotten pushed out of lane at all from harass. There's clearly been no kills, which is surprising.
Rudy. Oh no, Rudy. Wow. Gets surrounded from all directions. and
Really
goes
good roam
down.
there by Sandy.
Yeah.
Takes a path that was absent of any ward coverage, at a time where, potentially he might have been backing. He just returned from a back, so took him by surprise there.
Yeah, I was just about to say that I'll take mid. I don't think Silas wins it super early, just because of the wave clear of Syndra, but he's standing in it. But then Sandy just able to roam and pick up that kill and take a little gold lead there in the middle. Nothing crazy, but worth something. I think they're behind. Oh no, Blood is ahead in his lane in terms of money.
Yeah, I mean, he does have that TP, so Hippo not getting any kills on him actually means he's probably losing. When you're running that Darius without that TP.
100%. He's still looking for another little fight here. I think Hippo, a good little dash away by Blood, almost gets apprehended by Hippo.
Cal looks like potentially planning a lane gank, but I don't know if Toasty and Rudy are going to give it to him. He's going to hang around a little longer to find out.
There's no flash on Toasty. He doesn't have his ult either, so that's their opportunity. They got to go before he levels up if they're interested in it. Okay, Cridian goes back, so it is really a 3v2. Cal really waiting this out.
Yeah, the bot lane of Ride or Die just doing a really good job of being patient, not dying, but I might have spoke too soon.
Yeah. Oh, slaps the minion. I think Toasty's okay though. Bush was just
Bush couldn't get there. I think he might have gotten minion blocked.
Whoa!
Oh. Okay, clearly Luciv is leveling those silver bolts first, because that was a lot of damage on that Brock.
There was an ignite ticking, but that was a good like 20% HP chunk from that third hit on the silver bolt. So maybe looking for a plate here in bot lane, looking to pick up some money. But guess who else is here? That's a Cridian. Misses the E. Has the
maybe Rudy really wishing that Toasty had taken a heal in this lane. That movement speed can help you get away from a lot of those early game skill shots.
Yeah, I agree. And again, he didn't have the 6 to hit the Featherstorm, I don't think, and he might have gotten it in the middle of the fight there, but wasn't able to get it off. Goodness, Rudy is it's not going his way. I don't think we expected Vayne to be this far ahead. I think we maybe expected him to be this far behind. So that's a huge win for Snakerdoodles in the bot lane. That's a early 2K gold leader. So we see Cal going in, misses the grab. I'll take mid, flashes the mastery as if we care. And they're roaming up top, maybe? No, all right, we're gonna see Sandy Snake maybe look for a reset. I'll take mid, looking to freeze the lane. How dare he do that?
Yeah, I mean, the Dragon and the Rift Herald are both up now, so I feel like we're gonna see a trade of these objectives if Snakerdoodles doesn't want to fight over them. Which you'd like them to, of course, they're ahead, but it's hard to be everywhere on the map at 9 minutes in this game.
I agree. And obviously Cal has no interest in going for a map objective right now. He's just farming in the top lane. Blood dodges the apprehend again. I'll take mid, wants to go and gets knocked back by Sandy. I'll take mid, has absolutely no mana to do anything other than just run around like a buffoon. But he's got
Cridian gonna pick this up for free. Obviously, she's the Lily is way stronger than the Zac, so the Zac can't really contend with it. Cridian knows that. Picks it up no problem, which is good. It's a swing back in the favor of Ride or Die, and there's still some gold to be had from the plates that thing's gonna take.
Cal still just the patience.
Yeah,
he doesn't know he's on a ward.
Yeah, just sitting on a ward. I mean, he backed once, forgot to grab the sweeper, which is coming back to bite him in that situation there. Just showing, I think, too much patience. Especially with Cridian being as efficient as he's being here.
Okay, Cridian's looking to go in. Doesn't use the sleep.
Oh,
Cal's going in.
Somehow,
big ult. Hippo is in trouble. I think he gets a big heal from his Q. Uh-oh, Cal. You're in trouble here, my friend. That's going to be a flash ult on your face. Goodbye. I think that's... Oh, my goodness. He's better... Oh, my God.
The blobs.
He's going to live, Spurg.
He will live.
TP's to it. What a guy Sandy is.
Sandy
TP's to the blob like a Chad. I don't really think he even needed to do that, but I can't believe that worked out. I thought Hippo thought he was just gonna flash ult and get the kill and then just fear him and start killing everyone, but a little scared to go under tower there, it seemed like.
Yeah, that initial ball from Caridian was right on target, and you know the hitbox I think might have been just right over top of the Renekton, so he didn't get the dot on him to land the sleep, which is I think would kind of sealed that one for him. And then you know there's just a lot of damage from that Renekton coming out at this point.
Big engage here in the bot lane. They're looking for the Leona, even with their W up. That's going to be troublesome. Oh no, Rudy. Oh no, Rudy. Okay, Blood I think is tanky enough to live, and Rudy's going to go down again. We see the flash Q. We get the Feather Storm. I'll take mid, just again, we don't care about your mastery, and they walk away. Blood really just sort of zoned off 2 people to help secure that kill. You got to think it's going to be Drake now.
Oh yeah, it certainly should be. It's free for them here. Really good TP by Blood. You know, using this early gold he just got. He just backed before that TP as well, so he had all his items. He was strong enough to save that bot lane there, and then they even turn it around for a kill and a dragon.
Shout out to Hippo. He took the fact that he wasn't able in the fight, got a couple plates. I don't think he's going to get a 3rd plate, but getting some gold for him, trying to make it up. We are going to see the Drake go the way of Calvert, smiting it down. And we've got a bit of a decent, almost 3K gold lead for Snakerdoodles. I think probably bot lane resets here. No, I lie. Cal's probably looking to go in, and they're so far ahead, they can just tower dive almost, so.
I mean, with the Silver Bolt's damage, they could potentially tower dive on that Rel, but I don't think the Rel is worth any gold at this point, so I don't think it'd be a good use of their time.
All right, so we do see the Herald come down mid, pick up.
Only one plate, though.
Yeah,
that's tough.
Yeah.
You'd like to see at least 2 plates there. They're not worth as much as they used to be, but still 125.
Rudy. We see Ride or Die with another TP coming down. Calvert, this joke's on them. Calvert's going down. I'll take mid.
No blast from Cal here, and Bush is going to go down as well. Yeah, Sandy smart by not going in there.
Yeah, that was something else. I don't know about that, but good work for them. They saw a little overconfidence from Cal and Bush trying to take effectively a 2v4. Hippo slapping him a little bit. Blood wants to fight. Hippo has ult. Okay, Blood ults and then just walks away. Interesting. He probably just wanted the health. Okay, I'll take mid going in. Again, the mastery. Man, that's his only button he has.
I mean, Silas, as soon as Silas gets a little more CDR, that Syndrome from Sandy Snake is gonna have a really hard time. Yeah. Because that E cooldown is not short enough to keep that man away from you.
Yeah, I think there's some interesting ults for Silas to steal here. Obviously, oh no. Okay, Sandy lives? Nope, we still have the ult. Okay, of course.
Yep.
Wow. Well, spoke too soon maybe. He's probably going to push the tower. No, he's not. He's just going to
I don't know if Sandy thought that he backed because he was lower on mana there and walked up to try and get that last wave pushed in, but I'll take me doing a really good job playing some mind games there to pick up that kill for
gets the apprehend after the dash. Ghost, we're going to see Q coming, has to flash. Blood was in big trouble there. I'll take mid, just spamming the Renekton flash in check because he loves to see it. But his boy Hippo gets the somethings out of the top lane. I mean, it's still. I mean,
Hippo's got flash for the next time he wants to engage, and Blood will have ult again, so it might be a little more difficult. But I don't know. Maybe they're just gonna trade these cooldowns here until eventually somebody will fall, or more likely a turret.
I don't think really Hippo can get the tower though. I think Blood can safely clear under it. Don't think there's much concern there. He's gonna be up in CS after this wave. He's money wise. Blood is still up. See jungle pretty even. Mid lane slightly favored. I'll take mid. Vayne obviously up by just about 1,000. Rudy frankly only down 600 considering how disastrous the game has gone so far for him. That's not the absolute worst. But it's relatively even gold wise. Here we see a big engage. Hippo does have that flash, but I think he's dead. He better not waste his flash.
Yeah, if anything, he needed to flash the slingshot to have any potential living, but I think he dies anyway with Renekton dash W.
I think so too. I agree with that. Elusive almost tries to have the tower slap him in the face, but decides to tumble away.
Elusive's got that static shiv now, so they're gonna really start pumping damage onto this turret by pushing
Blood
those
thinks
waves.
he's
and so
playing
quickly.
Singed and is just trying to proxy the waves, and Caridian doesn't want anything of that. We're gonna see an alt here. Uh-oh, you have flash Caridian. He's gonna flash the wall. Flash, little flash W. No! Spurg, you wanted to see the flash W and go in. I know it.
You know, I thought he was gonna do it. It's smart play not to. Blood probably would have lived with like 50 HP, and then he would have turned around. WQ.
I think I'll take mid can still maybe mess somebody up here. Okay.
He's got no ult right now, so whose ult is he gonna
Sandy is trapped. I think. Oh no. I think they're gonna.
Oh, he stops the slingshot. I mean, I'll take mid.
Blood can roll out, but Sandy's stuck. Goodbye, Sandy.
Yeah, I
Waste
think
his ult there too.
You know, I think if I'll take mid, I'd been a little bit more aggressive there with that Zac ult. He probably could have taken home all 3 of those, but
you just got to get in there. But we do see Vayne taking the tower and bot, so they get something for it. Get the first break. They're up by about 2,500.
Yeah, Kel walks away with that Rift Herald as well. So, and that Dragon's coming up. That'd be a good time to either, obviously put some lane pressure down with that Rift
Big
Herald.
fight top.
Dragon.
Apprehend gets missed. I think Blood has a chance maybe now with his items, but I guess Darius has a Triforce. That's an interesting choice, going the Triforce with Darius. Not completely unheard of. A little tricky when he's just clearing under farm. We see Blood I'll take mid taking the Leona ult. Looking for that engage tool probably. Maybe they feel like they're lacking a little bit of that with what they've got. Blood pulls. Okay, I think they're gonna just take mid tower. Hippo, I think, is just dead here. That was sort of an interesting decision. Unlucky. And
yeah, I mean, he did his best
to get another charge
pick
too.
one up, but
they're gonna.
This is gonna be a free dragon. Even Ride or Die did a really good job of picking up that Scuttle Crab and potentially delaying that dragon. But with Hippo going down there, and there's that Rift Herald we were talking about, really putting the map pressure on him. And
Spurg, I think we're getting more channel points after this game. That's the way it's feeling. Anything can happen.
In the current game state, yeah, and I mean, Snakerdoodles has scaling on their side. I mean, they have a Syndra, they have a Vayne, 2 incredibly scaly champions. I mean, obviously the Xayah is going to scale up, and the Lilia becomes, really fast at the end of the game and does considerable damage, but she's going to get locked up by CC.
Oh, Sandy. Oh, he misses the grab. Okay, lives. Saves the flash at the right moment. Sandy's got those quick feet. They don't call him Snake for something. He's slithering and wiggling and slithering. Dodges it, flashes away. I'll take mid, hitting them with the mastery remote. Doesn't freaking matter. Nice work, Sandy. Well done.
Yeah, I think mid had just been a little more impatient on a bunch of those skill shots. You might have been better off there, but Sandy obviously showing what he can do with his feet there.
Normally he plays Cassio. He's the Snake. He doesn't have boots, but that time he had the boots. I saw it. So Hippo, I think, is going to secure top tower here. Caridian looking in case anybody wants to come join the party to pick him up, but picks it up, and we got a 2K gold lead for Snakerdoodles. It's close. It's probably closer than it should be. We see Sandy Snake roaming up top. No big deal there.
Yeah, I mean, everybody on the side of Ride or Die.
Toasty gets the flash mid. Toasty. Cal is just going in. Probably Leona's going to ult here. Okay. Featherstorm. I think Leona's... Yeah, you're still dead. No... I guess there was nothing really to cleanse.
Yeah,
there.
I mean, great pickup by Cal. I mean, it just kind of caught Toasty by surprise. Toasty wasn't able to Featherstorm that slingshot, or maybe he just didn't think that the Zac was going to do that much damage to him.
That was pretty wild. Speaking of wild, Hippo is about to get roasted by a Cinder ult. Blood is also getting caught out. Has to use the ult, but I think he's going down. I'll take mid. Uses his own ult against him. How dare you? That's disrespectful. Blood just going to go down. Shut down 300 gold. We do see Snakerdoodles rushing the Baron. They have vision on it. Cal looking to fight. I'll take mid. I'll take mid's in trouble here, I think. Gets the stun on him. I'll take mid's going to go down. Cal's in trouble, but does have
Rel
the blob.
flank, though. The Rel Caridian flank is going to do a lot of damage here.
No, Rudy, don't do it like that. Oh, no. Cal, you can do it. I believe.
The Vayne is just very strong right now.
Respect for the mechanics from Cal there on the flash Q. It doesn't matter. Luciv is just massive. His name is Luciv, but I just keep reading massive when I see his name. He's we'll call it 2K ahead at 20 minutes.
And it's got to be concerning for Ride or Die, because he's only going to get bigger. Bane will get to a certain point where she's going to 3-shot everyone on your team, and they would rather not see that.
Yeah, I mean, he's got almost 1,900 gold in his pocket. Speaking of gold in his pocket, Cal's sitting on 3K gold in his pocket right now. So I'm going to assume he's going to take this red and then go spend it. Wow, that was impressive that he's doing that much damage and getting that much done when he's got that much gold that he's not spending.
And he's not finishing an item, which is odd. He opts to go with the Cinder Hulk for the jungle clear, and immediately into the Demonic Embrace for the extra damage there.
Is that normal? The demonic? That's pretty wild. Get the demonic.
Well, he backed with all that gold and was able to finish both items at the same time. So apparently that works out.
Wow, that is. I mean, when you got over 3K, you just do it. You know, it just doesn't matter. Generally really odd to have 2K invested into 2 separate items, especially at this point in the game. I guess that's why you're just not on the best.
It didn't matter.
That's why you're just not on the best TCL team, I guess, because you think that's weird. I guess Cal knows something we don't.
Clearly.
So just sort of checking in lane state again. Blood and Hippo decided to visit Australia, flip it upside down, and they're in the bot lane. Cal, I think, wants something, but Hippo smells something fishy down there because it's Australia. Gets out. Hippo going back, just farming a couple camps. He's trying to stay relevant while getting pushed out. Mid is still relatively even, all things considered. I think that just the big diff is bot lane with a little bit of jungle sprinkled in there. And
I mean, Snakerdoodles has 2 dragons. There's a 3rd dragon coming up now. And, as we talked about, scaling's on their side. A Ride or Die is on a clock at this point. They need to find a play somewhere that can give them an advantage where they can get some of these towers down. There's still 2 outers remaining.
Are they gonna rush Baron here? They're gonna let him take Drake and rush Baron. Zaya needs to go if that's the plan.
I mean,
no way.
I'll take mid is gonna get seen by the ward. I don't know. I think they had an opportunity.
Yeah. I think Zaya needed to be there from the beginning. I don't know if they can kill this fast enough. I might be taking that back. They might be able to kill that fast enough. They're gonna lose some people for this, but it might be worth.
Yeah, this is really interesting. The carries are there.
Burn it down. Yeah, burn it down. There it goes. Pretty secures it. Rudy stuns up Bloodbath and Beyond. That's a big. They're probably gonna sleep him there. You have to imagine.
Oh, yeah.
There it is.
They're just gonna get out.
Maybe. I think they've got some friends in Hot Pursuit. This is Need for Speed Hot Pursuit right here, boys. Bloodbath and Beyond says no to Toasty. Gets the Featherstorm out. He still has cleanse. They are out. Rel just back safely. Holy moly. That was the play. Crittian's in trouble. I think he's okay, though. I'll take mid takes the Vayne ult, which is an interesting choice. Just uses it immediately because it's seemingly no good on Silas. I give that to Ride or Die. I'll take the Baron for 3rd Drake any day.
Yeah, I thought when mid revealed himself to kill that pink right as they were walking up to Dragon, I thought they were just gonna, abandon the Dragon, go take the fight at Baron, or leave 1 to kill Dragon. And, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if Snakerdoodles just thought too late, didn't realize what was going on. But yeah, Ride or Die definitely came out ahead of that one, and they got 2 turrets out of that here when the mid falls.
Gold is basically even again after that.
And they got 3 turrets because they got those 2 in bot lane as well.
Yeah, they still have a good chunk of that Baron left. I don't know if they'll get another turret from it, but that has brought them with the Red Bull power play back to a Baron power play, whatever the heck it's called, back to basically even. And
no free ads, but it was a power play.
Well, all right, we found the Verstappen not fan. Okay, fair enough. I still think it's Snakerdoodles' favorite game, maybe, but that was a decisive call to go Baron. I think Blood knew it was coming too, but just didn't go up for it. It was a little unclear why. Feels like they could have just taken the fight at Baron and then just taken Baron and the Dragon if they wanted, instead of taking the free Drake.
Yeah, and I mean, at the very least, just leave, 1 to finish Dragon and just go push him off the Baron. Just don't let him get that free objective. Because here it turned into, 2 extra turrets.
Okay, Rudy's going in. Holy moly. Sandy Snake is in trouble. Sandy Snake goes down. I don't think we get the Darius reset, though. Vayne uses the cleanse. Hippo makes it out. He does get the Sterix to pop, but Vayne really not much of a factor there. We do see 1 for 1. I lied. That's a 2 for 1 right now. Cal sneaks out with the E. Blood is probably okay. Dives in, dashes, slices, dices. Lucive's in trouble, has to flash. Caridian just running around like the deer because he's just got so much move speed. Toasty's going to clear it. They still have Baron. They're probably going to get this tower. Another interesting fight, Spurg.
Yeah. Rudy's really good engage. He paid for it with his life, but an incredible engage by him there. And just kind of led to the rest of it. Got a lot of damage down on that Vayne, so that Vayne now has to play really safe, which is what you want. You want to somehow take the Vayne out of the fight for as long as you can, especially before she gets the Bork, so she has less lifesteal. And really good engage by Ride or Die there with that Baron up, and takes that turret as well as a couple kills.
And for just a moment there, Ride or Die had a couple hundred gold lead. That's what a comeback story here. Don't mean to say the whole game is coming back, but they've made the plays they needed to make to get back in the game and stay relevant. Vayne still ahead by 1,000 gold, but that was a lot bigger gap a few minutes ago. So coming back, we do see, just again checking in top lane, pretty even. Gold wise, Darius ahead a little bit, but Renekton's still staying very relevant. Cal, huge credit to Cal again. His KD is strong. He's always there for his laners. His gold is about even. I mean, he's got a slight lead on Caridian, which is impressive considering the farm diff, because he just gets in every fight. They're looking, I think, to posture for Drake here in 50 seconds, trying to get some vision. Vayne, I mean, we see 3 people on the side of Snakerdoodles with 1 death at this point. So they're still quite strong. The gold may be similar, but those 3 dragon buffs matter, and they're looking for soul here in 40 seconds.
Yeah, the levels are about the same as well, and it's just right as we were talking about that. Ride or Die had to make something happen with that clock ticking on these scaling champions, and they did. They turned it around. It's now a ball game, and
they're looking for the engage. Rudy's in big trouble here. Lucive going in. Rumbling, tumbling, stumbling, bumbling. He's going to kill Rudy. We got Drake in 17 seconds. That is going to be probably... Do you contest the soul down?
No, you don't. You don't, because best case scenario, you get a steal. You get a steal, but it's a Lilia, so you're going to have to lose minimum 1 member, and what happens then? They walk down mid in a 4v or a 3v5. Or 3.5 if Rel's back in time.
Yeah, no contest. Throws the E just to say I'll just try and steal, but nothing doing there. We secure the soul. They're strong. They've got just a little bit of gold lead, but that's
fortunately for Ride or Die, it's the Hextech soul, which actually after the dragon nerfs, I don't know which one is bad. Used to be Hextech. Now I think with the rest of them being nerfed, that Hextech is actually quite solid. It gives you a bunch of extra stats when you fall below 50% HP.
We've got you here for the deep analysis. That's all.
No,
I'm
it's
glad
not
you're
deep.
giving
It
us that.
is shallow. I'm not a knower of things. So we'll see if somebody in the chat wants to correct me on that. Please do, or don't. I'm going to ignore you either way.
So we got Baron in 8 seconds. So we see both teams looking to set up that vision, clearing the camps around there. Hippo uses Ghost in bot lane, looking to go in, gets knocked back, he's slowed. I think Sandy still has the ult. Oh no, misses the apprehend. Hippo. That is bad news, Bears. Big stun on Blood. Blood's in trouble here. Getting slept. Big heal. Oh, Caridian goes down. Cal jumping on his head, bouncing on him, bagging him like he's English, having some tea. Rudy barely survives, and that's a Snakerdoodles Baron.
And it seems free. We missed on stream. We did miss the beginning of that fight. I'm not sure exactly what started it, but by the time we got there, it seemed as if Snakerdoodles was absolutely in control of that, even through some of those stopwatches.
We're getting a little rewind here. I assume a Leona engaged. You have to assume a solar flare going in on. Oh no. Okay.
They were just looking for vision here. And got caught in a bad spot. Blood does a really good job of bringing them all back down to his team here. Team in a position to respond.
And I don't blame him for taking that fight. They didn't know everyone was there in the bush. You got to assume. I mean, Baron's just coming up. They're probably in the area, but still, for an instant, if you're looking at just the ride or die vision, it did look probably like a pretty favorable fight. It looks like you caught blood, but it wasn't enough.
Yeah, and I think that, you know, they're feeling the pressure of these scalers right now, and I think that they were trying to make something happen. Really good condemn there by Elusive as well to keep himself safe. Not sure that the Zio is going to be able to keep up and put damage down on him, but...
By the way, in the absolute most embarrassing moment of the evening, it's Chemtech Soul, not Hextech. So.
Was I saying Hextech?
You were.
Ah, well, it's the same.
I was wondering where the portals were and such, but you know, it's all good.
Yeah. I don't even play this game anymore for me. I just joined games to lose them. So going back to...
I think you did say though that below 50% health, like I think you got the buff right, but whatever. Either way.
Yeah.
Calvert maybe caught here. He's fine. Leona's gonna engage. That is bad times for Hippo. He's gonna sneak away, uses the blast cone. Cal now finds himself surrounded by 3 opponents. Does have to flash out. Rudy is gonna get caught here. Sandy, he's still pretty tanky. Sandy secures the kill. Bush is now deep. Bush is probably gonna go down. Gets the Darius reset. Darius could pop off here. Sandy, I'd be real careful. Times the Q incorrectly. Gets stunned. Misses it. Darius is down. Sandy Snake is going down. Zaya barely survives. Sneaks away. Blood does not care. Flashes over the wall. Finishes with the Q. Zach gonna bounce away. I think he's gonna get run down by Caridian. What an absolute slobber knocker. Bloodbath.
Wow.
Still in there. Still fighting. I think Blood wins this fight. Okay, never mind. He's got the Renekton all. Blood now loses the fight. I think. Maybe. Oh my god, I'm wrong. Why would I ever doubt my boy? Oh my god.
I don't think there's anti-heal on that Silas.
Oh no. That's Blood. Oh, Blood. Why are you doing him like that? I don't think Stream's
Blood
it,
comes out of that fight healthier than he went into it because of all that lifesteal he's got. There's no Morello on that Silas just yet. Looks like he
I think he wants
it.
this fight still. I think he takes his time anyway. We all missed Blood enjoying a nice emote spam on him. Okay, Blood's gonna kill him here. Okay, we've just wasted our Zanyas. What are we doing here? Our stopwatch, whatever it is. Oh no, he's doing it again to him. Just like that.
Times.
Oh no.
Tough times there. I mean, there was that fight was going to be so hard for Caridian to win. That Renekton is very fast. He's a quick little gator. He's got the dashes. So I think it's a fight that Caridian would have been able to get away from if he wanted to, but it looked like he wanted to try and take it 2 levels down. You know, probably a full item less than him. Actually, they both had 3. So
I think he's Blood's probably okay here. He's got some help from Bush.
I mean, Blood's got so much gold. I don't know what he's still doing fighting right now. Just he didn't reset with his team. He needs to spend that gold.
He's fine. He's doing what he needs to do. He's just showing a little disrespect. Again, shout out to Elusive. I know we didn't really expect much on his vein. We didn't really know how much he had played it, but he's shown us he knows what he's doing. He's staying relevant. He's getting caught very rarely. He's got the cleanse when he does, and he's taking it to him. So huge fight there for Snakerdoodles. Yeah,
unfortunately they didn't get that inhib turret, which would have been really big for them. You know, Blood obviously got caught up in a 1v1 with Ultic mid. But they're strong. They're very strong, and you know that Vayne is gonna really start to do a ton of damage as she rounds out to level 16 here.
Yeah, we got Elder in 25. Blood he listens to you. He must be on stream. We're gonna have to check that. Does go back to spend his money. I think he's waiting for some gold breakpoint here to spend 1,600 and something on some items to join the fight. He doesn't have TP, so he's going to be late to that fight. I don't think they're really going to frankly rush it, but actually maybe they should, because Snakerdoodles is caught back. I mean, Elder has so much.
I mean, there's a severe lack of vision on Ride or Die's team, so they likely don't even know that Renekton is just coming out of base, or that the Syndra's backing right now. They're gonna have a hard time.
Yeah, that's tragic. Yeah, I don't think they could have rushed it. I mean, Elder is a thick boy, no doubt, but man, we do see the Sandy Snake TP in mid just to get there for the fight, to start pushing the wave. Cal getting a little poke down, no big deal. They are gonna secure a little vision in the river. We got the showdown. We got the NA Ram here in the river. Elusive doesn't care. Starting up Dragon, says, let's do it. We can take this thing. I'll burn it down. I expect them to peel off here and just fully engage and clean up Sandy Snake's team, that is. Blood looking for an engage. Maybe Blood throws out the ult. They're looking to go in. Huge catch on the Hippo. We see the Feather Storm. Rudy's getting pretty low. Rudy's going to go down. Hippo in there trying to get the resets. Hippo gets the reset. Does not. Oh, it goes down, misses the heel, and Snakerdoodles wins the massive fight. I'll take mid. Gonna just I didn't see where I'll take mid went in that fight, but he was not in the midst of it. He's gonna go down. I think that's game, Spurg.
Yeah, Blood just too strong at the end there, just standing in the middle of their team, life-stealing everything, as the Syndra and the Vayne just do a massive amount of damage. At one point, the Vayne was even in there in melee range, finishing off a bunch of kills. There wasn't much that they could do there.
All right, folks, you hear that? There was some like metal sounds scraping. I think that was little silver scrapes we're hearing, because we're going to game 3. The disrespect TP. They don't care. That's the Snakerdoodles we expected to see in game 1. Absolute domination, even though you're not favored in lane. They don't care. Lucid picking up a kill. Rudy never cared about his KDA. 11 deaths in the game. You hate to see it. He's got as many deaths as his team has kills. But, man, that's rough. See you in game 3. Spurg, what are your thoughts on that one?
It was the exact kind of game we wanted to see. It was exciting. It was a death match. You know, we saw the Snakerdoodles that we expected to see coming into this series. They've been dominant so far over the last 6 weeks here, and they just kind of showed it again in that game. But they did prove that Titans can fall in that game 1. They seemed to get dominated most of that game. So we're going to see which side of Snakerdoodles we'll see in game 3, and if Ride or Die can make a run at them again.
They say legends never die, but I saw some legends die in that fight. So with that, see you in a few.